Hello there, how you doing? Jeff D, AMCBizSolutions.com for our AIMC marketing tip of the week. So there's been a channel, a marketing channel that's been out there for probably around 20 years now. It's called podcasting. And let me tell you, podcasting is still very hot, as you probably already know. Basically, everyone listens to podcasts now. I think the radio scene is kind of simmered down a little bit, and podcasting seems like the way to go to in order to build your business and you know and be able to get your word out there. So, is it really for you? Now, the question is, starting a podcast to be a small business absolutely can be worth it. Of course, done strategically. And let me break down the value and when it makes sense. Why is podcasting worth it? First off, it builds trust and authority. What a podcast does is positions you as a thought leader in your niche, right? People hear your voice, your insights, and your expertise regularly. And of course, that builds trust and credibility, right? It also builds brand and strengthens brand loyalty. It humanizes your business. You don't want to be so transactional, right? When listeners feel connected to your story, values, and personality, they're more likely to be loyal customers of your business or what you do. It also allows you to repurpose content. Well, one podcast episode could spearhead social media posts, email marketing, and more, right? Even presentations, live presentations. And of course, it expands your network, right? If you put your podcast on Spotify, Pandora, and all the other channels, even YouTube, it's going to expand your audience, right? And actually get the attention of influencers, all right? And gives you an excuse to connect to influencers and collaborating with key people. And of course, it long tails your visibility, right? So once you have it live on all the platforms, new listeners can find your content by accident, that sounds good. But of course, when will it not be worth it, right? You need to have a clear audience and message. What is your message, right? Starting without a niche or value, you're going to lose listeners. You're not going to get any listeners. You have to be consistent. Pick a day and a time to do your podcast every single week. Usually once a week is good, or once a month at the minimum. But be very consistent, because if you have inconsistent episodes, you're not going to be credible, and people are going to forget about you. But you have to do it regular. And of course, if you're only expecting instant sales, don't do podcasting. It's not about sales. It's building relationships and awareness. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's not a quick sales tool. But as you probably know, when you're a salesperson, the more you're out there, the more you're there, the more you're providing credible information, people are going to trust and buy from you, right? So use your podcast to educate, not just promote. Right? If you're a solo consultant or a fractional consultant, you want to offer insights, real life stories, and quick tips, and have that value first mindset. Does that all sound good? Because bottom line, a podcast is worth it if you're willing to play the long game. Focus on value and use it as a tool to deepen connections, not just make a pitch. All right, and then the most exciting news of all, what you're going to be seeing very soon, James Feudo of JVF Solutions and I, AMC Biz Solutions and Mass Professional Networking, we recorded our first podcast on last Friday, called Market Like a Hot Shot. That is the name of it. Announcing news, breaking news. So you'll be seeing our first episode posted soon on all your favorite podcast channels, and you'll see what we'll be doing. And we first started talking about our story and to entrepreneurship, but then we want to get into marketing techniques over the years, and also, of course, have guests on our podcast. So if you need any help brainstorming a name or episode ideas, please let me know. Just send us a note at amcbizsolutions.com, and hopefully we will help you out. Does it all sound good? All right. Have a great day. amcbizsolutions.com. Jeff DeSocio, why you want to do podcasting.